All right, guys, so this is the set of notes that we did on Thursday and Friday of this week, which was March 31st and April 1st. So this is example one. So what we've done so far is we've taken quadratic equations and we've found solutions for them by factoring and by using the quadratic formula. So we've learned those two things, those two ways of solving quadratic equations. So now we're taking solutions and we're going back and finding the quadratic equation for those solutions. So the question here says, find the equation for the quadratic with the following solutions. You're going to start by putting here x equals 3 and x equals 4. Okay, so we got our two solutions. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put it back into its parentheses. So you'll remember this from factoring. So the way that we put it back into the parentheses is that we just need to change the sign of the solution. So this becomes x minus 3. And this will become x minus 4. Because this was a positive 3, now it changes to negative 3. Positive 4 changes to negative 4. Okay, which negative and subtraction are pretty much the same thing. Okay, so x minus 3, x minus 4. So what you'll do now is you're going to multiply these two things together. You could either do it by the box method or you could do it by distribution or by FOIL. In this example, I'm going to do it by the box method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put x minus 3 here and then x minus 4 here. Okay, so x times x, that's what's going to go in this box. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3, that's going to be negative 3x. That'll go in this box. X times negative 4, that's going to go in this box, and that is negative 4x. And negative 3 times negative 4, multiply those together, that's going to go in this box, that's positive 12. Okay, so if you remember doing the box method, you're going to combine your like terms. So this x squared and this x term, those aren't like terms, so those can't be combined. But these two, since they have the same variable and the same power, they're going to be like terms, so you can add those together. So we're going to add these together when we combine it. So we're going to put x squared. We're going to start with that because it's the highest power, and you usually put that first. And then right here, I'm going to add these together. Negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7. So this will be negative 7x. And then you're going to end that with plus 12. So this is your answer. Okay. So I'd like you to do this other one on your own. So I'll just set it up for you. So you put x equals, you put it back into its parentheses. Then you would multiply. If you want to use the box method, you can. If you don't, then you don't have to. This is where you would pause the video and try to do it on your own. Okay, so if you did this, you would have put 5 and 6 here. When I put in parentheses, it's going to be the opposite sign. So negative 5 means that it's going to be minus 5, so I'm going to put x minus 5. Positive 6 means the opposite is negative 6, so I'm going to put in here x minus 6. Then I'm going to put these in their appropriate places on either side of the box so that I can use my box method to multiply them together. X times x goes here, that's going to be x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. X times negative 6, that's negative 6x. And negative 5 times negative 6, that's 30. Positive 30 because it's two negatives. So I'm going to combine these together. The negative 5 and the negative 6 are like terms, so they're going to be combined together. I'm going to write this in, x squared, negative 6 plus negative 5, that's going to be negative 11x. Then I'll put plus 30 at the end. That should have been your answer. All right, so let's go to the next one. So this example, we have a 0. Now there's two ways that you can do this. So I'm just going to do the same way that we did it up here first. So when you have 0 for one of your solutions, you'll do the same thing. You'll put x equals these numbers, x equals -4, x equals 0. You'll put into your parentheses. Remember, when it goes into the parentheses, it's going to change signs. So if it's -4, it's going to be x plus 4 here. Here I'll just put x minus 0, but it really doesn't need to be there. So really, x plus 4 times x minus 0, I can put here x plus 4 for my box. And then x and 0 here. If I do that, x times x is x squared. X times positive 4 is 4x. X times 0, anything times 0 is going to be 0. Okay, and then I would put here x squared plus 4x. Okay, and that, on your test, on the EOC, they might have an answer like that, but that's not in simplest form. Because if you look at this, I can take out a GCF. So if you don't see your answer on the test, check to see if you can simplify it some more, if you can take out a GCF or something like that. I don't have a GCF for the numbers, but I do have a GCF for the variables. Both of these terms have an x. I can take that out. So I'm going to take an x out, and I'm going to put parentheses. X times what gives me x squared? That's going to be x. X times what gives me 4x? That's going to be 4. So this is also a possible answer. Okay, and I could have gotten this answer right at the beginning by thinking to myself, hey, you know what? X minus 0, that's just x, right? So I could have just, from here, said, well, this is just x, so I don't even need this part. So it's really just going to be x times x plus 4. So you could do it that way too. And that would actually be simpler. But I just wanted to take you through the process so you could see how it's going to be the same. Whether you put x minus 0 and you do it the way that we did it, and then simplified, or whether you just realize, hey, when I put this in parentheses, x minus 0, x minus 0 is just going to be x. So I just take out the 0, I leave x, and this would be my final answer. Okay, so I want you to try to do this one on your own. You're going to set it up, you're going to put it in the parentheses. And if you want to multiply it out, you can draw your box or not, whatever you choose to do. So you would pause the video right here before I give you the answer. Okay, so your answer would be, I would put 7 in here, 0 in here, and then to put it back in the parentheses, I change the sign. So if this is positive, that means it's going to change to negative. So this will be x minus 7. This will be x minus 0. Okay, and then I could think, hey, x minus 0, that's x. I'm just going to take this out, and I'm just going to leave it as x times x minus 7. Okay, and then I could also multiply this. So let me go ahead and multiply this. So this is one possible answer. But I could also multiply this and get x times, so I just distribute x times x is x squared, and x times negative 7, that's going to be negative 7x. So again, my two possible solutions there. All right, so you should have a link to the homework, so you can go ahead and do that. We did take a quiz on Thursday, so if you weren't here for that, I think I also will make a link to that. No, wait, never mind. No, you'd have to come in and do the quiz, sorry. I was thinking about my homeward bound kids, but I don't have anyone that's homeward bound anymore. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.